everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
3rd and long. It's Goff. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So the Rams call on Johnny Hekker here to punt it away on 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Green threat!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who might...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes...
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey, we got a... 3-19! 3-19!
It's The throw on second down is gone. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Goff now on second down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Look at the spin. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. At the end of one, 14-7 is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got 3rd and short.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
from the red zone now. Goff. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go!
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Caught left side by Funchess. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still first down.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense. Still first down.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
From the gun, here's Goff. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense. Still third down.
So a costly penalty, and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Check 27. Eyes on 27.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Looking for someone to throw to. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset eye. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Goff. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
The Rams defense, we watch them get set to go. And an important stop in a tight game their last time.
Always important to stop them, we know that. But as you noted, in a tight game, so much more critical to get it done, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll be trying to do that once more here. We'll see who wins the battle.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go. Please.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Rams are having trouble slowing down the passing game. The Cardinals have done great work in that area these last 2 games, and they'll just look to continue that in the 2nd half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the 1st half. 1st and 10. Funchess has got the grab, but fumbles here. Cardinals will pick up the loose football and score. They'll take the early advantage. Rams with the ball, end of the 1st. He'll take the run up the middle, and he'll go in from 2 yards out. Rams tied up at 7. Now 1st and 10. They'll go with the screen here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Cardinals.
And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So this is the second consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this one complete right side to Funchess. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, work with...
So out now come the Cardinals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's caught. Jones. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? To throw on 2nd down is gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go!
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
There's Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. In the red zone this time.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Detroit!
And he'll give it here to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And Gano's kick is right through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. And the play clock's running down. Back to throw. The left side completion to Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over?
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, They're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of the ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play clock winding down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the wideout in motion. The football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now it's gone. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I've obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're tough.
Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be taken at the 13. Muscles him off. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now let's go.
One last throw here for Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish.